for the audio to make sure it's good.
We are live. Welcome,
Live.
everybody.
Live.
Welcome to the Atom&Dex podcast. Cheers, everybody joining in. It is April 14th, 2024 on a lovely, beautiful Sunday afternoon. We got Big Cheese in the pod. He deafened and muted immediately.
No, we were going to do the audio setup before you figure that
You're not supposed to talk.
Shh. I told you when you went live we were going to check your audio. So why don't you fucking do a 360 sound test? Because I think this issue is your mic.
Nah, we should be fine. My mic's right here. And I checked my app.
Check.
And I have my levels over here as well, so I can see what I'm putting out. So
it's all good.
Okay. What we got, Big Cheese? Yeah. Okay.
So big Cheese here, our mystery guy. He's supposed to remain anonymous. Nobody's supposed to know his name or his voice. You know. Yeah, here we are, dropping his name, dropping his voice. 2 episodes in. All right, and we got our special guest today. We had a wonderful guest last weekend with Ryjack, but now we got impressive in the highly impressive in the studio today.
Trained combat professional
in the his. What's up?
The hand-to-hand combat master. Impressive. The UFC expert. So if we got any UFC enjoyers in the audience, impressive. He's your guy. He knows all about everybody in the game right now. I was up to speed on a lot of it, but I haven't been for the last year, so I'm not up to date on all the cool goodies. But all right, let me see.
Which we had some really good fights last night. UFC 300 shout out, good fights.
Bro, what do you think about that Gaethje Max Holloway fight, man?
Yeah, in round 1, Holloway busted his nose, and I think that kind of changed the momentum of the fight.
Yeah, didn't he go like 4 rounds and then he slept him in the 4th or something, right?
Slept him in the 5th with like 2 seconds left.
Yeah, and the way he did it though was just fantastic, man. Like
vintage badass.
Like he pointed out like, hey, we're gonna go right here and we're gonna throw hands and let's give these people a show. And then he knocked him out, slept him, man. It was too good. It was pretty fire. All right, so yeah, we got some really interesting topics to yak about today. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and joins. So I'm going to hit the old pod topic up. We may not show everything on the stream, but we may talk about it. We may not show our sources. Bro, I love that our sources aren't like vetted from shit. It's just like screen grab titles that we just like, we're like, yeah, we're going with this. Everything's just like superficial level, like screenshots of, yeah, I could believe that. I could roll with this, bro. It's or memes.
It's tough, dude.
It's like, yeah.
The chat is tough, though.
It's always news snipped from something else, snipped into our. It's very great, man. I love it. And here's one of them. I'm gonna bust this thing open here, and we're gonna take a look at this one. Well, so if you guys can see my, if you guys were watching the stream, you might be able to check it out. But we got one here from Sound Investigations. Sounds legit. Breaking. CIA officer, former FBI boss, can put anyone in jail, set them up, and we call it a nudge. Wow. And then the FBI guy also said that it did what they wanted with Alex Jones, basically admitting, yeah, that was us. That took him to court for $1 billion. And when you looked at it, it was all fake, and it was called like a kangaroo court type event. I mean, the guy's still running around doing his thing because it's like, did that actually have any legs to it. Whatever. But anyways, took his money away, chopped his legs off. Yeah, there you go. Estimates 20 undercover FBI agents at J6 works. And by the way, everybody, this is all for entertainment. None of this is real. It's all speculation. All right. Also, too, just want to remind everybody in the chat, if you want to hit it. Hey, what's up? We got dead guys in the chat. We got Fatal in the chat. Our chat is
Move
popping.
the fucking tile. You can't even see you on the stream. Read my message.
Well. I have to have
Master
it up.
Cheese.
We have to have it up. We got to have it
Master
up.
Cheese, if you don't want to talk, just message me.
Reference.
I can see your messages if you need it.
Oh, Master. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Bullshit shenanigans. I still need face cam. I'm right here. All right. Well, yeah, Impressive does. No fake is ugly. We got people in the chat calling our guests ugly, and then come on, guys, go easy on them. All right, getting back to
you can't be worse than the CIA guy right here.
Yeah, no, man, come on, dude. Look at the, he's even like, give me 2 sausages. He's doing air quotes, but anyway. So, estimates 20 undercover FBI agents at January 6th. J6 works with some of them now at the CIA, and FBI uses embellished news, fake social. None of this is new to me. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm jumping in, getting ahead of myself here. Let's go to the guest. Impressive. What do you think about this topic?
Well, I was kind of paying attention, but I think that
yeah,
the CIA is pretty corrupt, right?
Basically. Yep.
And they're just going after Alex because
he knows about the frogs.
He knows about that. He knows about using his freedom of speech, and the CIA don't seem to like that these days.
Oh my god. Dead Guys came in with a hot comment from the chat. He said, I want to see his stupid face while he thinks of the answer, so he needs to put his...
Maybe I give you a picture and you can put it on the screen in the corner.
All right. We need to ban Brian from the chat because he's making me laugh too much. Get out of here, bro. We need to boot you from the chat, bro. Oh my god. All right, okay. Dex, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think Impressive's right, man. I mean, it's like they're like a gang, right? So they can do whatever the fuck they want. If they want to get you, it's time to come get you. You know what I mean? And that's the way the feds work. That's the way CIA works. That's the way all of it works. So. Yeah, I think they're all fucking Jesuit fags. Yeah.
Whoa.
So.
All right, hot take from the old Dexinator. All right, yeah, I agree. I think that the FBI and the CIA are both like the dirty work guys of our government and our military. So even though they compartmentalize this stuff, so people don't really know what they're working on and what they're doing, they just get paid to do some dirty stuff. And I don't think this is anything new. This is all like goes back to JFK. This goes back to Nixon. It's all really similar stuff. So it's basically they've been involved with propaganda, just like since World War I, right? You know what I mean? This isn't new information, and they know that they needed to do some stuff and be involved in it and instigate some stuff. And once again, this is all speculation and for entertainment purposes. I'm not saying that, but this is just my opinion.
These aren't our beliefs. This is
it is my opinion. But it's my opinion, I'm not saying it is fact or real, but anywho, yeah, I mean, they have so much power, so much money, so many dirty underground connections. They can do whatever the heck they want, and I think a lot of people are aware of it. So
that's good.
Moving on. That's a good one, man, because I could go down that rabbit hole all day, but I think that going into that gets real dark and disgusting. And so.
Guys, once again, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Once again, Once again, ladies and gentlemen. hey, get out and ban this man from the chat. Get this man out of here. All right.
I'm against the ban. I just want to clarify.
Mod, where are the mods? Fuck, he is a mod. God damn it. he is my mod. Get the fuck out of here. Nah. That's what we prefaced the show with, even, was, hey, man, our conversation pieces are just snippets, man. We don't got sources, bro. It's all entertainment. Oh, my God. Oh, goddamn. All right. Okay, everybody keep an eye on the chat. I'm going to take us up to our next topic. We're going to elevate to a little more light topic here. So here we go. We got in the late 1990s, Julia Hill climbed a 200-foot tree, approximately 1,000-year-old California redwood tree, and didn't come down for another 738 days, ladies and gentlemen. She ultimately reached an agreement with Pacific Lumber Company to spare the tree and a 200-foot buffer zone surrounding the tree. What a fantastic story, guys. Okay. This is very, very wonderful. I don't know if you guys looked into it too much. I mean, I didn't. And we all know that. We all know I didn't look into this. But what do you know, impressive. What do you think about this Julia Hill lady climbing this tree?
I think she's probably autistic, and
wait, what gave that away? Was it the hands and the feet and the looking like a monkey in a tree?
It's possible, yeah.
Or the dead eyes, the look in her.
Yeah, it's like things that are like you realize subconsciously without thinking about it too much.
Zoom in on the foot. Oh, we got a request for a zoom in on the foot. We got a foot fetishist in the audience here. All right, we're gonna take a quick gander. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, dude, she's
foot,
hot, bro.
That
she's
foot is hanging. Hey, all right. That brings me to Dex's opinion on this, because we talked about this earlier in the week. Dex, go ahead, give me your thoughts,
bro. Like our kids would be athletes for sure. I'm down. Like, you know, little monkeys running around, dude. She's in the forest. Nobody really knows about it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that Bella from Twilight? Is that what Brian said? She's looking. Hey, she's looking for deer in the tree, man. She's okay. I got a couple things about this. Look, she's even got the shirt. Activism is patriotism. I didn't even see that last time. Oh my God! Thank God I zoomed in. Oh, that is good. So it says here, one of the claims is she was in this tree house for 738 days. I got another image.
Wait, wasn't there a picture? Yeah, where she's
we got another
actually in the
image.
treehouse.
Here she is in the treehouse, just autistically thinking about what she's gonna do next, right? And Dex, here's what I asked Dex: how far into the 738-day adventure do you stop saying, babe, I think we can't, you know, when do you stop having sex with this lady, basically? You know?
Bro,
if you were intimate with this lady.
If she has a treehouse, bro, like, she has simps providing her to bathe herself. Like, she's probably not that stank. She might be. You know, but if she's, yeah, she gotta do something about the stank.
I'm not seeing a shower in here. All right,
bro. She got a
got
tarp,
the tree
she
for
got some ropes. She got some ratchet straps, dog. Yeah, the people are providing her with shit, bro.
Okay, my thing is, do we even believe she was in the tree for 738 days? Like,
no.
How you eating? How you bathing? What are you drinking?
What is that? 2.5 years, bro? No way.
Yeah.
There's no way, bro.
738 days. It's under 2 years, right? Roughly, I believe. Or right at 2 years.
Right at 2 years.
Right at 2, a little over 2 years, right? 38. So that'd put you at 2 years and 8 days. So Brian's coming in. He says, "I believe it. I was on the news back in the day, or it was on the news. It was on the news back in the day. I mean, because you got to believe everything that pops up in the news, right?
It is
probably
true.
facts, probably true. Or was it some propaganda to feel more global
Bro,
climate crap?
think about all the effort this girl put into. Like she put so much effort and so much time and energy.
Did she build that fort herself?
Probably not, but she gets to look back and
How do
say,
you, yeah.
"I took all this time to save a fucking tree, dog."
Maybe she does. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think, Impressive? How many days? How many days before you say we're not doing it anymore?
30 days.
Hey, that's fair, bro. I'm with them. 30 days no bathe. That's rough. I mean, you going in. That shit's rough, dog.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know
That's
what I
a lot.
mean? Holy shit, man. 30,
Well,
I mean, that's respect, bro.
Hey, because here's the thing. If you are, where are you dumping the load? 30 days of not washing up after having a few loads dumped? I mean, the front and the back are like real close.
Oh man, I don't think she's hot anymore.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
It's too much mental imagery.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are like, y'all go 100 days on this. Let's go. And I'm like, I don't know if you would, man. I think you give it a week tops and you're like, what's that, fish? What's going on? Somebody cooking salmon in the kitchen? What's going on here?
How does she bathe? Does she wait for like rain?
Nah, bro, she had to be, bro. That's
why I mean. Like, I don't know the validity of this story. Like, she doesn't look she looks like she's not filthy in this train. You know what I mean? Like, how long into this journey has she been up there? Like, where are you getting water? Where are you getting food? How are you getting it up 200 feet in the sky? Where did you get this little tree fort with bolts? You think she bolted that piece of wood on that piece of plywood?
Hell no. She had some Sims, bro. She had some pieces.
Yeah, look, she's got nuts and bolts, and wouldn't these be rusted and fucked up? And I don't know if I believe the validity of this story. It's I'm a little incredulous. I can't believe it's not butter,
But Master Cheese, he wants us to move on.
All right, yeah, Big Head Cheese says move on. Totally
that was good. That's
totally good. I got a few laughs out of it. This is one of our big topics. I've been doing a lot of thinking. That's a good little segue image to what that's actually about. And just wondering, new DNA testing on 2,000-year-old elongated Paracas skulls changes known history. The elongated skulls of the Paracas in Peru caused a stir in 2014 when geneticists that carried out preliminary DNA testing reported that they have mitochondrial DNA with mutations unknown in any human, primate, or animal known so far. What? So, have you guys heard about these long skulls?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go with the special guest here today. We're gonna go with Impressive. Impressive. What do you think about long skulls?
I've heard that ancient cultures would tie things around their head really tight and slowly change the shape of their head. So maybe that's what's going on. As far as the like finding weird DNA, maybe those people groups are just weird.
That's true. I've seen, and I do know that this is a common, or was a common practice in like China, where like because they preferred like females with smaller feet, they would bind their feet, right?
Yeah.
And same in Africa, where they like stretch their necks, so they put these rings around their females' necks, and so they have these like super long necks. So it could be a common or tradition, and back in those days where, and supposedly they do have like evidence of showing like, you know, they would wrap the babies' heads, and so, you know, give them the old cone dome here. But
The cone head dome, yeah.
yeah, basically. But here's the thing though, this is what they're saying about these new findings, is that they're actually seeing that these have genetic mutations not seen in any human today. So the theory here is alien, or a new new superhero like an X-Men. We got some mutants rolling around. And are these people around today? Dex, what do you think? What's your hot take?
No. Just no.
None of it. He wants
None of
none
it,
of
bro.
He wants none of it.
No. I think it's terrible. None.
None of it. You know,
I think we scratch all this, man.
All right. So you don't think the DNA is interesting? You don't think the head wrapping? You know, okay. I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. It's hard to say, because once you find something in the dirt, you're coming up with a whole lot of speculation about what it is, and, you know, what is its purpose and what's its meaning. So if you aren't actually there, you don't have tangible, like, actual evidence of the history behind it, then.
The only thing I find interesting, isn't there like like built like statues or like totems where like there are long-headed things or beings that they created and shit?
Yeah, the long
I've seen images. That's kind of interesting, but I don't know, man.
There's
definitely not nowadays.
Yeah, like, this is not something we're seeing today, for sure. Definitely not. And I don't think that's a practice anymore either, which stands to what Impressive was saying. Is it because we're not wrapping heads that we're not seeing it anymore? Or is it the alien theory? Are they just gone and therefore they're not around? Who knows? I think we can move on. We can leave that mystery. And I mean, here's the thing, because those skulls, here's the weird part. Also, I will throw one more thing in there. They were found throughout the world, so it was just like a common thing that people were doing back then around the world, with, you know, territories and people that didn't have communication with each other. Who knows?
You gotta remember, they didn't have Game Boy back then. They were bored.
Yeah, true. I would like to talk about. So last week we were talking about the whole the eclipse, right? The eclipse is going down. There's some big stuff, and, you know, so far so good with the eclipse. Not a whole lot has been. Zarino's in the chat. Oh my god! Watch 2 minutes of ads for this. Better get a kiss or for joining. All right, little shout out to Zarino. A couple smooches. All right. We got Brian in the chat still piping in saying X-Men, you say, huh? We got some real mutants rolling around. Yeah, so what do you guys think about the eclipse from last week? I mean, we'll talk about that for a quick minute.
Yeah, Impressive. You wanna chime in?
Did you watch it? What are your thoughts about this? The conspiracies around it, or?
Well, I walked outside with a pan with holes in it, and I looked at the shadow, and you see like a half shadow on a circle.
Yeah.
And
I did the same thing.
Yeah, it was sort of interesting. And then my mom in Texas sent me a video, and it was kind of cool, I guess.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think Texas, they saw it more than anyone, right? That area.
Well, anybody on that path, yeah, from like southeast to northeast of the American coast, or yeah, got to have a better visual representation of us here in California. Like when I looked at it through like what Impressive was saying through the pinhole, but we used a piece of paper and some sunglasses. You can see that there was a little half eclipse or ellipse on the sun as it was passing through, and we didn't see any like shade factor from it, so there was no like going from light to dark where we lived. So but in other areas it was. So but I mean, so some people are saying that there's this like, and this is coming from Reddit, partially coming from Reddit here, that after the eclipse there was a giant waves coming from Antarctica, and they were traveling from Antarctica up the South African coastline. And this is something that might develop further, because this was only a couple days ago. But they were like 85-foot waves. They were saying, 25 meters high. And they went all the way here, and then they kind of like fizzled out. They were speculating they were going to go up to like North America and England, but it kind of just went right here and just fizzled out for some reason. And they're saying the interesting part is this big blip kind of appeared out of nowhere, like the day after the eclipse. So some people are saying that that's related. We'll keep our eyes on that. Yet to be seen. But but last week when we were talking about it, it's just an eclipse, man. I don't think there's any like anything, any catastrophe level event that's like correlated to that. Let's go to the next pod topic here. All right. We got O.J. Simpson. I don't know. Did he ever make it into the Hall of Fame? Do you guys know?
We can find out.
I don't think he did.
O.J. Simpson passed away last week. Let me see. What day was that? Hold on here. Okay, I accidentally dropped out of the call. My bad. I'm going to put this back on here. Put this back here. There we go. My bad. A little faux pas there.
He was college
April
football
11th.
Hall of Fame. I don't think he was NFL.
Yeah, he was like a Heisman Trophy winner. He would be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if anything surrounding his court case made it to where he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Killed his wife. Right.
I mean, that's one of the questions I was going to ask. So impressive. What do you think about O.J. Simpson's passing?
I don't care about him, so.
Same. I feel the same.
There you go.
Don't know him. Don't care. Think it's all fucking the NFL's lame anyways.
All right. Fair enough.
But I do believe in the court system, innocent until proven guilty, and he was not found guilty by law, even though he probably did it.
Yeah.
He'll have to go through the real master cheese on that one.
Yeah.
But
I think that it was really funny. Everybody knows Caitlyn Jenner had a comment on it, and she had said, "Good riddance."
Good.
That was her 2-word commentary on when O.J. Simpson passed away. So I was growing up in Santa Monica, so I was literally like 30 blocks away from where the murder happened, and I was like 8 years old. And I just remember watching the news, living in Santa Monica where this was transpiring, and seeing it was just crazy. Just like I think they have like 100 police chasing the guy down as he was fleeing to Mexico after he killed or allegedly killed his I think it was just his fiance. I don't remember if it was his wife. And it was his homie. And what's crazy is he killed her and her lover, supposedly. And then afterwards, when he got off, because it was a big like racial thing, they were like, we can't have, there are a lot of people you know, protesting the event and everything.
Yeah, Oprah.
Later
Oprah,
that day, we went to have ice cream.
Oprah cheered when the verdict came out.
I can't be reading the chat. Brian's roasting me too hard. I can't do it. Guy had Rocky. What, bro? So what if I had ice cream? All right. So what if I had Rocky Road? What about it? All right. I'll tell you what I had. Chinese food. We were at a Chinese restaurant. It was on the fucking TV, bro. So you're not too far off. But yeah, man, it was pretty wild. I just remember we drove by that guy's house probably like a month later, like, cause it was off of like Wilshire Boulevard, and it wasn't his house. It was Nicole Brown's house where the murder happened. Is where she had lived. And then, so was the motive there? Was they a jealous ex killing his lover, you know, and her lover? Maybe, you know. And I do believe he lost like some other like smaller court case, and they found him guilty of the murder. And then later on, he like held somebody hostage, you know, with a gun, or kidnapped some guy because he like had some of his sports memorabilia. Really, really strange guy. Strange character. Do I think he did it? Yeah, I do. You know, did the court, like Dex said, the court find him guilty? Dex didn't. Brian! It could be the autism. Yeah, it could be, yeah. Oh my god. All right, we're moving on. We can move on from this one. This was just an interesting current event that did happen. The man passed away. You know, he got a little bit of the,
right?
mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, maybe his prostate wasn't getting enough stimulation, so he got a little, the big C, passed away. You know, was that a big loss in today's society? Some say yes, some say no. But we can move on. That was an interesting thing that happened last week.
I think the majority would say no. No loss.
No loss. I mean, you're not a football fan, though. I think some football fans who were like...
I mean, if John Jones died tomorrow, it'd be like, oh, there goes a cokehead cheater.
Mm.
I mean, let's be honest. They're all cheating, bro. It's just who's the best cheater.
They're all enhanced.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
They're all enhancing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch or check this thing. Impressive. What did you post about this journalist who pays a visit to the Wailing Wall? What is that about?
Oh, should we watch it?
I don't know. Should we? I didn't watch it. I didn't check it out.
No, it's safe. We can.
It's
watch
safe.
It.
It's all right. We're safe.
Yeah.
All right, we're safe here. Watching it on X here.
To mourn the destruction of their temple by the Romans.
Gotta get it with volume.
About 2,000 years ago, Christian tradition says that Jesus cast the money changers out of this temple for ripping people off in the presence of God. Let's see if anything's changed. What's this?
What's your name?
Connor? I'm on the steps down to the wall when a man comes up to me and ties a piece of string around my wrist.
The blessing to you.
What is this?
The blessing.
What kind of blessing is it?
Very good luck. Good business, good blessing, healthy. Pray for peace in Israel, peace in all the world. One hallelujah.
Yeah.
Amen. From London?
Yeah, from London, yeah.
Maybe you can help something, donation, collect for the poor people, for the buy food, for the dinner.
You collect money for the poor?
Yes, for the buy food. Rabbi, you have 8 children.
He has 8 children?
8 children.
Oh, so we're collecting for his poor children?
You need food for the Shabbat.
Okay, so it's not for the poor people, it's for your people. Oh, you want money?
Yes, what you can give the poor people. You have some paper money, maybe?
Paper money? A few coins isn't going to cut it with this rabbi's private charity. Clearly he values his blessings pretty highly. This is a blessing from the synagogue?
Yes.
And are you qualified to give a blessing?
הרב דוד, בוא תיקח ממנו, אולי ייתן לך משהו טוב.
Thank you very much.
Hey, how are you?
That's something special, my brother. It's important.
Oh, it's some money. Yeah. Are you a rabbi?
Small rabbi, not a big rabbi. Small man.
Oh, okay. So he's a small rabbi,
rabbi.
medium-sized rabbi, big
Video.
rabbi.
Extra large rabbi.
One day you'll be extra large.
No, nobody know.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
To give something, my friend, okay? We need 200 shekel for Shabbat.
You need how much?
200 shekel for Shabbat. Thank you.
200 seems like a lot for a
No,
little bit
this,
of
this
thing.
we give for free. We don't charge for this.
The string is free, but their Shabbat will leave me around $60 lighter. Okay.
Give 100 shekel.
100 seems like a lot for a little blessing. So it seems
Dude,
he's
the
happy to
price-
haggle
the
over
money's
the
going
size
up,
of the
bro.
donation.
Oh, my friend.
Little
You hate
bit,
for the
but
poor
you wanna be
people,
big
for the hate children.
I mean, that's like $30.
Thank you.
You have to admire that.
Bro, this has got to be satire,
the
right? This
holiest
is
site
real.
in Judaism.
These
It's
people
three
are
guys
haggling.
claiming to be rabbis to rip off tourists.
Bro,
Pretty
there's no
fascinating.
way, right? There's no way that's that seems like straight satire. Like, all right, I need 40 shekel. Make make praise. I'm a little rabbi.
We need
All right,
200 for
okay.
Shabbat.
You know what? Now that you're hanging around, you got money. I need 100 shekel for Shabbat. Wow, that's pretty wild, man.
Those dudes are worse than hobos, dog.
I like how when
They're
he pulled out
panhandling for
money,
sure, yeah.
he pulled out money and he's like, "Do you have paper money?"
Yeah, it went straight from that's not enough, like to like here's your few shekels to now. Do you got paper money? All right, let's do it.
200, 230.
Wow, that's pretty interesting, man. That's pretty.
I like
funny.
that guy. What is that guy's name? Who does that video? That guy, he's exposing
Woods.
some good stuff.
Keith Woods.
I like that. I
guy,
like
he's
that.
exposing some good stuff. I mean, it's interesting that was pretty. That happens all over the world, man. They do the same crap when you go to go see the pyramids in like Egypt and stuff. Like they're anywhere there's foreigners and tourists and stuff. There's always
Right,
going to be
right.
people trying to
Yeah.
scam the tourists. It doesn't speak
But
anything.
this was a religious group, though, right? Or no?
But that's what
This
I was
was
just gonna
at-
say is that like
This was at the holiest location in
Right.
Israel.
they're probably just
supposedly.
scammers disguising themselves as actual rabbis. Who knows if they're actual rabbis?
Yeah, that is. I mean, you could. Yeah, you could.
It
say,
doesn't
yeah.
speak to the culture. There hasn't, probably hasn't been any evidence of that stuff happening in that culture in history, but
Bro, that's insane, dude. That's a scary situation to be in, dude. Honestly.
no, anytime you go on tour, dude, like, oh man, it's wild, man. Like, go to any foreign country and where there's a lot of, even here in America, like when people go to New York, right, and they're like tourists from other countries, there's people that scam them, like, and people that visit LA, like we do those stupid star tours, like they have check out the stars houses on this map, I got it right here, only $50, and they do that here in America too. So
Yeah.
I mean, then you got scammers hitting up tourists
Yeah,
just to hustle some money.
Master Cheese is moving us on, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will say that's why the Second Amendment is everything. Stay strapped.
Stay strapped, bro.
That's what I mean.
Into
I
that,
agree.
stay strapped.
All that shit right there. If you're in America, that doesn't happen. If you believe number 2 amendment and you stay strapped, man. Stay locked and loaded, baby.
Hold on, we got something from Head Cheese. I'm gonna bring this up. This was I do find this very interesting and funny. We're going back. We're gonna circle back real quick to the O.J. Simpson the trial, and this was the Oprah Winfrey reaction to the O.J. Simpson verdict of him being found not guilty.
Way back when.
Hallelujah! Woo!
They're very happy.
And the Lord shall set you free. Ah! Oh my god, dude, that was really, really, really. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Thank you, Head Cheese, for your contribution. Appreciate it, man. Oh
those
my god.
people look terrible.
Well, I mean, they were just happy because that was a big, huge media event, and my opinion on the media is that it's heavily influenced by what needs to be propagated and what kind of propaganda and shit like that they're and what kind of narratives they're pushing.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of civil rights stuff still going on back then, and so I think that was also like a sub sub context going on during that trial, because they're like, here's another black man on trial for killing a white woman. Is it just because he's black that he killed her? And so they're like, all right, well, I don't know. So the guy's not guilty. Whoop-de-doo. All right, moving on. I had one right here. I mean, you guys can give your opinion though. This is still developing, in my opinion, because this is on recently a man called Paul Stamets. He's like the world's leading authority on mushrooms in the planet, right? And fungus.
Oh, this is a
and
good
stuff.
one. Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, so he was recently on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was like talking about how they're doing trials testing this like super rare mushroom, and it's like efficacy of reducing the adverse side effects of the COVID vaccine. And so they want to do so they're doing these like trials of testing mushroom enhanced vaccinations, and so and this was happening obviously a few years ago when COVID was going down, and then
Yep.
but I think it's coming back again because he's saying they're making big strides in this, and that it is proving that the mushrooms are this particular. It's like, I forget what it's called. It's like some very rare, and there's only like 100 like cultures of it in the world or something like that.
Right. Yeah, dude. Dead guys. What you just said, Adam actually had to take on that exact thing that you're saying. It's 100% true.
So impressive. What do you think about this before I get into my opinion?
I feel like it's a Trojan horse. They're taking mRNA or whatever it is, putting it into mushrooms and making it seem okay.
Yep.
That's what do you think, Dex?
Yeah. Don't eat the mushrooms or the herbs. They make you gay. So don't do it. Simple.
If you don't want to be gay, don't take mushrooms, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of frustrating because once this guy started talking about how him and our government were working in a collaborative effort on COVID-19 vaccines, and especially since like we have now historical data of showing that those things weren't very effective. They had other complications that went along with them, and then on top of it, they didn't cure anything. They didn't prevent anything. They weren't that great, and yet they made sure that 80% of the population had the shot, right? So I think that what they're trying to do here is they're trying to reach to the audience that was like, I don't know what's in this, therefore I don't want it in my body. It seems unnatural, and I think what they're trying to do is go COVID-19 now in mushroom format, COVID-19 vaccine now in mushrooms, so they're trying to reach to it's now organic, I think they're trying to do that, and so that way they can reach that last remaining audience of people that refuse to take the vaccination. Why they want 100% of people taking this vaccine, I don't know. It seems a little strange to me, especially now when you have the immunity and going on. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. I think this is still kind of developing. There's still yet to be. This is my speculation.
Do you still have to have the vaccine to like leave and enter the country?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't do a lot of traveling, so that. We can go to the chat. What do you guys think in the chat? Is that still a thing? Do you still have to prove that you're vaccinated to go overseas or leave the country? Let me read the chat here. We got one hot take coming in from Dead Guys. It wasn't for COVID. It was a mRNA to mutate your body to survive in the coming climate apocalypse. I mean, now you're just being silly. Now you're just being silly. We asked today's expert. Bro, Dead Guys in the chat has been ripping us all day, man.
I like him. I like that guys, man.
We're coming in getting these expert opinions. Here's my list of qualifications. I don't have them today. I'll bring them next week.
We need Dead Guys to call in as a guest.
Oh, I reached out to him off air because we're on air right now. And I think getting Dead Guys in here would be fantastic. He's a wonderful person. I think he'd be a great guest, and absolutely. But right now he's going through some personal stuff, so unfortunately he couldn't make it. Anytime soon. But once he's available, we'll get him in there. He said he'd have to wear a mask. That's. And he's not talking about a COVID. He's talking about like a full blown Batman.
Right.
Kitchen's getting pretty hot. Shut up. Shut up, Fatal. Go back to coaching kids. I'm an adult. We're all adults here. All right, we can move on. I think Head Cheese would probably agree. We can move on to the next subject here. I think I can show this because everything's kind of already censored out. And we can talk about it. All right, we got Sydney Knifeman, 40, kills 5 women, including 38-year-old mom whose baby was also stabbed, and one man in upscale shopping mall rampage before being gunned down by a female cop. I didn't do a deep dive on this, so I don't know, like, obviously, it seems pretty straightforward, right? Like, a guy went on this rager, stabbed a few people, and I have a couple thoughts on this, but I'd like to, we can go to Impressive first to get our guest hot take here. What do you think, Impressive?
So, who is this guy? Where did he come from? I think this is all we got, right?
And then we got one. We got one other image. We can.
Because if we know a background on him, we can make more judgments.
Younger male, maybe 30, mid-30s?
It says right here is 40.
Okay, 40.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks like, not to offend anyone, but he looks like maybe he's not from Australia.
No, he could be like a New Zealander type guy. He could be, who knows his ethnicity. But
it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
but,
and there's a lot of like, I think Muslims down there too, and a lot of Asian people down there now. Especially in the heavily populated areas like Sydney.
Well, I know that in places like the UK, there's a lot of Muslim immigration from the Middle East, and knife and acid attacks are skyrocketing. So maybe this is similar.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be, but I think it's just another fucking crazy lunatic. It's a prime example why guns are needed.
We got Head Cheese saying we got no boomerang or didgeridoo to verify whether or not this guy is native Australian. All right, go ahead, Dex. Go ahead, Dex. What were you saying?
But this is just prime example why we need guns, bro. Everybody needs obviously with proper background checks and no felons have weapons, but this is why you need to be able to defend yourself. The woman cop, shout out to her for taking him down. Dude is obviously a psychopath. Who knows? News probably is going to change it into something else than what it is. But yeah, that's what happens all the time. All these fucking crazy shits that happen. Fucking psychopaths that
And kind of like what
Yeah.
Impressive was
Need to get
saying
to-
is, who knows this guy's mental health background? What was he doing before? Who was he talking to before this happened? Is this guy an operative? You know what I mean? Who knows? Was he ex-military? You know, or is he just some crazy civilian? And also too, like, I kind of, to go with what Dex is saying, like, anywhere you, like, Australia has really strict gun laws now, and they're trying to get even stricter with them, kind of like what they're trying to push here in America, right? Anytime you start taking that crap away, it's not going to stop people from doing shit like this, right?
No.
It's not. Like, you're still,
Everybody has
guess what-
access to a kitchen knife, man.
Bingo. And then what are you going to do? Give everybody a rubber knife after that? Where does it end? You know, right? And does that stop people who are, like, you know, in authority having weapons? No, because guess what? Those, for some reason, they tell you not to have weapons, but they're like, but don't worry about us with our weapons, right? And we all know why that is, right? Because they don't want you to have any kind of defense. They want you to be a defenseless lemming that they can manipulate. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that's part of the problem here too.
There's a baby injured, you know. Prayers for the family. That's
and
it's absolutely ridiculous.
you're not going to get rid of the human nature aspect of this too, right? Because as long as weapons exist, right? And I don't think they're ever going to stop existing. As long as humans have knowledge of and weapons exist, people need to have access to weapons to defend themselves, right?
Right.
And so the psychology behind that is, if I know that Dex has a gun and I want his items, I'm probably not going to go to his house and take his items, because I go, ooh, if I do that, I'll probably get shot and killed, right? And if you assume that about everybody, then you're going to be less likely to think, I need to go and I need to steal things, or I need to assault these people, and so on and so forth, because you know that there's a high probability that they can defend themselves.
That's good. Final thoughts from Impressive on this Australian take.
That is a huge knife, by the way. Good call out, Brian.
Well,
it's not a knife. This is a knife.
I was about to
It's an old
say,
reference.
give him the death penalty, but he already got shot. So good.
Yeah, he already died. Yeah, he was already shot. And that's what it took, right? To take this assailant down.
Right.
Getting shot by somebody who could defend themselves.
Exactly.
So it's the same concept, right? But
and this you know, we had a similar situation last week on like a similar. At least nobody was recording, and like, you know, because that guy should have got shot, man. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, yeah, the guy where he was stabbing. But that guy was stabbing in self-defense, right?
Oh yeah. No, the guy who was the perpetrator, he was not that bad. He was in a weird situation. It was the guy videotaping who should have got capped.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
All right, we can.
Yeah. Next topic.
We can chill. What's the next one? Oh, this one's super duper interesting too. I do like that this was a good topic because we are heading into this. This is becoming more in the lexicon of our culture, right? So the government is trying to, our wonderful government is trying to pass some bills here. So the Generative AI Copyright Disclosure Act of 2024 requires anyone using a data set to train AI to disclose any copyrighted works in the set to the U.S. Copyright Office to be displayed via public database.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, this is
so
AI, man.
Covers
right?
machines intelligent. Yeah. It says the term artificial intelligence means an automated system designed to perform a task typically associated with human intelligence or cognitive function. All right, go ahead. Impressive. Let's get your hot take here.
I think that AI might be a little overrated. Like they're talking about AI art, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's anything that. So when you train AI, you have to give it like an instruction, right? Yeah, and command. And in that data set that it's referencing, is it referencing copyrighted material?
Right. So like if you use AI to make like Batman art, do they want
Yeah, was that influenced by copywritten material?
right? I think they're just trying to have more control over things and markets and stuff.
All right.
Right. Yeah.
Fair enough. And what do you think,
I
Dex?
think he covered it well. I think it opens up the whole topic of AI itself. It's so scary, man. Like it's gonna get to where like what is real, what is fake, and it's already like that. So just imagine when this shit really starts taking off, and then it's used from everybody because it's going to. It's already making like you said art. It's making like artists like music artists and shit. You can't tell the difference. You think the AI rapping is the guy. You know, like for example, like I don't know, a Drake song. You got an AI Drake song. You think it's fucking Drake rapping, dude. It's kind of incredible and scary at the same time, man. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Man.
He's just kidding. I don't like it. Well, I mean, hear me out. We've been having like forms of AI. It's kind of like just like what it says here. It's an automated system designed to perform a task typically associated with human intelligence, right? So we've had AI in our video games for a long time, right? Like when you play against an NPC, it's AI, right? It's meant to emulate the functionality of a human or impersonate a human type thing. So we've already, and we've also had like grammar checking programs, right, to check whether or not that's something that looks like it's a human would have written, and just assisted like like help bots and stuff like that. That's been happening for a hot minute. So it's been things that have been helpful to society, and it's just shows like our human ingenuity, like where we can go and what we can accomplish. And I think AI has its place, and I think there's a lot of, because it is new and it does introduce it can do some really weird, creepy things, right? And some of the concepts are weird and creepy, but I do believe that once we get to you're just gonna have to trust humans, right? To be able to moderate the AI. And I think that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to say, okay, well, because there's a lot of artists who are like, hey, this AI is gonna either put me out of business, or it's emulating my work, or blah 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 blah, you know, or like celebrities who are like, I don't want my face on this stuff now, because there's a lot of deep fake videos, right? Or
like right, like say you're a big
stuff.
artist like Drake, and the AI makes a better song than you, as you.
And
now what?
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Do you get paid off that?
It's never gonna replace it, man. If you listen, I mean, it maybe eventually, like 20 years from now, but like right now, it's probably not gonna replace it sufficiently, because if you listen to the AI stuff, there's always like weird vocal processing stuff that's going on in there, so it does have this uncanny valley aspect to it. So, I mean, I'm not worried about AI. I mean, there are some things that are probably dangerous, but right now I think it's beneficial and help. It's anything to get people more connected and on the same page is,
and not thinking. Yeah, that's
not thinking. No, what I mean is like
exactly what we need. Not having
bro,
any
we've had Google
outlook.
for a long time though, right? Like we got a lot of people. Hold up, kind of like what we're doing right now, right? Hey, I don't know shit about this, but I'll talk about it. Google says this, right? You know what I mean? Like, hold on. Well, I'll tell you my opinion right now after I looked at Wikipedia.
That's true. That is true.
So that shit does. I mean, we have, assisted shit like that all the time now, so we have access to it.
Yeah.
How to spell unequivocal.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. But no,
hold on. Let me look at grandiloquence. Okay. I know how to spell that right now. But yeah, it's just we have technology, and it's just this was an eventuality with technology. We were going to go down this rabbit hole because we already have written scripts and programs like I said, like video games. We interact with software every day. You know, when we're interacting with Google and we're interacting with YouTube, it's all software. YouTube has AI algorithms that, you know, like tries to study your preferences, and then it shoots you an ad based off of what your preferences are. And here's the creepy part, you know, like Facebook, there was the one lady that was like head of the Facebook like marketing data department, and she was like, it's like, oh, Facebook doesn't actively listen to you, but in a sense it does, kind of like your Amazon Echo in your house or your Amazon Alexa. It is actively listening in order for it to be able to cue in on keywords, and that's what she was like, oh, it just listens for keywords, you know. And it's like, I mean, they are listening and trying to predict your next, you know, which is creepy, right? That's like what kind of data. That's why they're talking about like, oh, data is so important, and that's why companies want your data so desperately, because they want to be able to influence you more to squeeze more dollars out of you. So, and that's one facet of it. You know, imagine what any government's doing with it. Dun dun dun. Anyways, we can move on.
That was good. Yes, sir. That was.
We can move on. We can move on to next big topic. What is this one? Tentative deployment due to maintenance issue. I don't know anything about this, and I don't know what. Okay, hold on. I want to do this. I don't know anything about it. I didn't read into it yet, but the next photo makes me want to read this now. Our next, so we have a team, an active team of volunteers giving us news and information throughout the week. We have a large team, a collaborative effort of people putting in information for us to review and go over on our podcast.
Thousands
of people, man, thousands of topics, and but anyway, so this is just one of them. All right. The troubled USS Boxer returns home 10 days into deployment due to maintenance issue. The USS Boxer, a lead ship in its amphibious ready crew, faced a setback with maintenance issue leading to its early return to San Diego, impacting the Indo-Pacific deployment. The ship was forced to return to maintenance just 10 days after deploying, despite previous delays and awards for superior performance. So people were saying it was working great when it wasn't. Maintenance issues have been recurrent, prompting a deep dive into procedural compliance and leadership challenges on board. So meaning, okay, the people that are in charge of this aren't probably doing their job. The Navy's top leader has initiated a review with recommendations expected soon, aiming to address these ongoing issues and prevent future delays. Similarly, the USS Wasp experienced early return issues due to an engineering irregularity, highlighting broader concerns within the fleet. So, I'm understanding where this is coming from. Did you look at this at all impressive, or?
No.
I didn't really either, but I'm surmising what I think this is alluding to. What do you think, Dex?
No idea, man.
No idea. So I believe the reason why this was brought up to our attention is because there's a common thing right now going on in any kind of field or area where there needs to be experts and expertise. Is now they're saying that a lot of people that are putting into these really important positions are no longer the experts, kind of like me. I'm not the expert yet. I'm talking about this shit. Are put into these positions, and so are they truly qualified to manage and handle these things, right? And
like police.
Basically, yeah, right? So same thing here. Like clearly they're giving out awards saying that this thing's working fantastically, and then as soon as they poop it out, it's coming back like this thing's running like shit, right? So we're having some maintenance issues and we need to come back, right? So they are literally government employed today's expert. That's what Big Head Cheese had to say about this. So it seems like it's no longer about because there's a lot going on with like diversity, inclusion, and integration or something like that, with like DEI. So it seems like there's more about like getting people into positions that also meet those diversity standards. So like doctors, so they are doing this thing now where they're trying to, I don't know if it's actually passed, but they're trying to lower the standards for passing the medical bar exam so that way more people can get included to be a doctor. And I don't think that that's wonderful. And it's really seeming to being the situation here, right? Where it's like, they're putting in people that aren't truly qualified just to get people into these positions. And it's no longer about quality. And so now you're losing quality control, right?
Yeah, like an expert used to be someone who genuinely cares about their field and has interest in it, and now it's just
correct.
It's not that way anymore.
Yeah, now it's like, okay, we'll go ahead and give people these grants and these handicapped, tests and performance metrics so that they can get in. Yeah.
It was my dream to be a bioengineer. Your IQ's 82, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but my assistant, my worker got me in. my government assistant, like, hey, I think we got this day laborer here, but this person's a quadriplegic in a wheelchair. All right, I'm about to do some framing on this house. They roll in the wheelchair. Pass me the hammer.
Actually, just hammer it for me.
Hey, you know what? Pass that hammer to Pedro, my assistant, my government employed assistant. Pedro, hammer that bevel. Thank you.
Wait, I don't want you to hammer it like that. Hammer.
Whew, that's enough hammering for today. Let's go take a lunch. Pass me my sandwich, Pedro. Yeah, Brian in the chat. Sí, aerodynamics, trabajo, sí. That's funny.
That's fucked, man. It's all fucked, dude.
So that's this image led me into actually reading that, which I'm glad we did because that's actually funny. It turned out to be a funny topic, but this one right here.
Yeah, you definitely need to be qualified, man. I don't know.
Sorry, gals, I'm gay. Check, please. Bro, that was such a good one. Like, join the Navy. Sorry, guys. Oh my god. All right. Any other commentary on that? Impressive text?
No.
Yeah, that was good.
The chat has been fire today. You guys have been crushing it in the chat. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all, the wonderful, beautiful 9 viewers that we have.
Yeah, remember, we're going to have Patreon set up. Supporters, they get to supply content.
Remember that guy?
Anything we talk about.
Remember that guy that was in that video asking for more schmeckles? He's going to be the guy running our Patreon.
Very soon.
Hey, 20 shekels? Ah, come on, that's not enough. Come on, give me 50 schmeckles. Come on.
You got paper?
You got paper money now? You 50 quarters. Let's go. Give me 100. I need at least 230 to make this run. You know how much it costs to run this podcast?
It's for the poor children, the people of Shabbat.
Look at the thick of the children.
You can't have experts like Impressive on here without schmeckles.
That's so funny. Oh my god. It costs at least 25 schmeckel to get impressive in it. And you got children to feed.
Eight.
He's got eight children to feed at home. Are they your children? No, but you know, to think of it. Think of the children. Bro, that guy was hilarious, bro. That guy was good. We got a Swamp Net coming in. When we reach a Patreon supporter goal of 5, we can afford a Toby premiere. We might be able to edit some of this. Hey, okay, hold on. All right, I think we're good on that topic. We can. I didn't look into this one too. This is our next topic here. So apparently, we got California man sentenced in road rage killing of 6-year-old on his way to kindergarten. What is this about? Marcus Anthony Ares fired a handgun at a car after he was giving the middle finger on a freeway. His bullet killed Aiden Leos, who was just sitting in the car. That's sad.
Yeah, sad.
So here we are talking about everybody should have a gun. And then you got pieces of shit.
This guy does look like a douche.
Where it's sure. Like, yeah, like he looks like he couldn't handle getting a middle finger.
You know, I don't have road rage. There's one thing I have to say, dude. If you are driving in the fast lane and somebody's coming up faster behind you, get the fuck over. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I have to say about road rage as far as when it comes to me. But dude, get the fuck over, man. If you're in the fast lane, get the fuck over. Someone's behind you, man. It shit is retarded. You're gonna sit in front of the dude who's driving faster than you. Anyways.
Yeah, but should you be speeding?
Yeah. Fuck them. That's on me. If I get pulled over, fuck the police. You know what I mean? That's on me. You get the fuck out my way. You know what I mean? That shit's retarded.
Dex does drive a really big lifted truck, if that gives you an idea of who he is as a driver.
Oh yeah, I see what you're doing. It's not that big, all right? It's just clean. It's nice. Got nice wheels and nice rims on it. It's not that jacked up. It's like a 3-inch lift. I didn't do it big, that big. I'm not retarded, okay?
Is the left lane the fast lane?
Yes.
Yeah, left lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I drive in the right lane.
But nah, I mean, as far as this guy killing a kid, man, you know, you can't get mad at people. Driving,
that's Dex,
you know?
that's Impressive's motto for life. I'm living in the life in the slow lane.
You only stay in the slow lane?
I'm living in the right lane, man.
I like it. It's my speed.
Impressive gets it.
Oh, Head Cheese popped in for a comment. I dig it, man. That was a special event. All right.
Am I really that bad? I like the left lane, man. Is that bad?
No, to each
cool.
their own, to each their own. But yeah, you're a douchebag.
And like the right lanes are cool with me. I'm cool with the right lane. Like I use it occasionally to get around the dumbasses who won't get in the right lane when I'm coming up behind them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I fucks with them. You know?
Yeah. Some people like horse and carriage. Some people like Nos from Fast and Furious.
Yeah. You're like Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious, Dex. That's what's going on here.
Okay.
Everybody
I'm not bald and ripped. Yeah.
But you know,
people
might think you're a cool guy because you're trying to run them off the road.
No, I really don't. I
was picturing Dex.
It is retarded.
Dex coming home. Hey, get out of my fucking way! Like energy drink. This motherfucker. Hey, I got 2 pounds of Nos in the back, bitch.
I'm riding in a work truck. Sometimes I just want to flip the work light, you know, the yellow lights. Pull over.
Pull up. Out of the way. I'm drinking Prime up in here.
Oh,
I'm drinking Prime.
Bro, I don't support Prime. Prime is for hoes, man. Turns people gay. won't do it, man.
One of the key ingredients of Prime is atrazine, where it does have an influence over your female and male hormones.
I will never drink Prime in my
It's
life.
loaded with soy and atrazine. Don't worry. All right, getting back to this guy. I mean, he does have the appearance of a guy that can't handle his emotions. He had apparently a gauged earring, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's got a little bit of unstable hormone. Look at
Mhm.
his neck hair. You know, his eye. You know, he looks a little unstable.
Right.
You know what his thought was? That guy flipped me off. This deserves a bullet. I wouldn't say that that's a real smart guy you probably want rolling around in society.
Yeah, no.
Can't keep his cool.
Over a middle finger, yeah, no.
That's not sigma or alpha behavior.
No.
I mean, just look at him. He should be in prison.
He should get the death penalty, I think.
Dex, can you tell me what's going on back here?
I think he wrapped up a dildo because he knows where he's going. And I think the dildo is in there, and when he goes back in, he'll have a dildo.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
He needs to take a plea deal, though. Plea deal, though. All right, that was a joke. Anyway.
Fuck that guy.
I think we can move on from this one.
prayers to the family.
Hang on,
That's devastating. The kid needs to go under. So yeah.
Sorry.
It'd be one thing if it was like an incidental accident or like a wreck or something like that, and that happens. That's just it's tragic for both parties at that point. But this kid's just a fucking menace. Yeah, get rid of him. Gone to the grinder. Send him to the grinder.
Send him to the meat grinder, dude. Pack him up, ship him out. Yeah.
Gone.
I think that guy could easily. All right, we can move on to this one. I didn't really. Dude, every topic today. Yeah, I didn't really look into this, but I'll talk about it. Every topic, bro. Everyone. The Israeli government doomsday plane has taken off. Is the only plane leaving Israel, potentially carrying Netanyahu and cabinet. This is very bad. And once again, I don't have any sources on this. I don't know what this is. Is this just sensational garbage coming in? Because a lot of this crap comes in from the internet, so I don't know how valid this is. Is this just somebody trying to hype some up, a conspiracy crap up? You know, did this happen? You know, is their version of Air Force One? Because it looks like Air Force One, State of Israel. You know, is this somebody putting some words and some images together based to make an event that may or may not have really happened? I don't know.
It happened, but it wasn't that big of a deal, and the attack was more of a what do you call it, paper tiger event.
Oh, like a small level.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so that's what I mean, like doomsday plane. Like I think this is somebody trying to hype up some. And here's the thing with the internet, with these little like communities and conspiracy stuff, is like going back to what that other image talking about the guy with the CIA operatives who are in these communities. They have people in these making these things up to push certain narratives, whether or not they're true, you know, just to get inflammatory stuff out there for both sides of the. So I don't know.
Right.
I like you said, maybe it was true, but yeah, like it wasn't a big deal. What do you do? Like, what were they thinking, that they were going to get nuked or something? I don't know. Dex, what do you think about this?
Dex.
As he takes off. Dex, what do you think? Give me your hot take.
But yeah, like 99% of the drones and missiles were intercepted, so
Oh,
not
really?
much of an attack.
And was it an attack from Palestine? Is that what was going on there?
Iran.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I have some more expert opinion about this. So there were like 5 countries that weren't on the central banking system, right? There were like 5 countries left. This was like 20 years ago. that had their own banking system, and every other country in the planet is on the banking system and working in collaboration with each other through like the World Bank and blah 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 blah. Okay, so every single one of those holdout countries were absolutely demonized by our Western media. For example, Cuba. Cuba had their own currency and they had their own banking system. And we demonized the shit out of them until they got on our banking system. Do we hear, and after that, do we hear any demonic like media about Cuba anymore? Like as frequently as we used to?
No.
And then another one was North Korea. And then they got on some form of our banking system. Now, that was the whole holdout. They were one of them. And I want to say Afghanistan was one of them, too. And then we demonized the shit out of them and put them on it. And then, and then now, I think Iran is the very last holdout. They're the last country that has their own banking system and their own currency. And I believe that's why a lot of people feel that Gaddafi got taken out, because he was trying to put them on their own, get out of the central banking system and get on their own currency, I believe. So anytime there's always some kind of like, where you're like, why do we care about North Korea? Who gives a shit about them? Why are we worried about them? And yet it's all hyped up in our media. He's going to talk about Muammar Gaddafi for the next. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm not. I just brought it up, bro. He's been talking. What the fuck? All right, get this man. Can we ban this man from the chat, please? Can we unmoderate this guy?
I'm against it.
But anyways, that's all my point is that like anytime there's a country that isn't trying to fall in line with our programs and what we want them to do in our narrative, they always get demonized, right? Kind of like at Russia and Ukraine. Like, why do we give a shit about Ukraine? Like, I mean, and they always use people's feelings to drum this shit up. Like, you don't care about the citizens of Ukraine? You don't want them to die? We have Ukrainians here in America. But the problem is yeah, of course, right? Like, we should give a shit about anybody in the planet and their well-being and their safety and da-da-da-da-da. But like, they're on their own fucking country, and you're trying to instigate the shit with Russia and da-da-da-da, and trying to drum up and trying to, and once again, inflame the American citizens, right? And trying to get us on board for your bullshit because you guys want to push some crap. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's the thing is like, once again, the American military is like the strongest military in the planet, and you have to keep that going to stay in power. You're gonna sorry. Okay, yeah, I know, I will. All right. Now I'm gonna get locked doors. But anyway, so yeah, but yeah, that's what I think about that, is that anytime we have any kind of like foreign interest, that our government tries to use the media to drum up our, don't you guys, shouldn't we back this, guys, right? And so they try to rally us behind this bullshit narrative so that they can get what they want out of the deal. And all right, cool. Now that you're backing us and we got you guys to give us $100 billion out of your taxes, and we're going to funnel this money into some fake military shit. And, oh, by the way, we're going to put ourselves at the head of these corporations for these military contractors. And we're going to make a lot of money off of taking your guys' money. But anyways, that's all speculation. That's a...
But that was good. Those were good thoughts,
on.
Man. No, that was top dog. Impressive. Any final thoughts on that rant about people taking our tax dollars and making themselves rich?
It's a crime.
Yep.
It really
And
is.
they really should be all of them locked up for sure, 110%.
All right.
Yeah.
I have
Not even locked up, thrown to the fucking grinder. That's what they need.
I agree.
You know what we used to do? We used to tar and feather these people. Right?
We should bring it back.
I think we should bring it back. I think we should bring that shit back. It's a crime. Anyway, so these next couple of topics that were put in, I think we're gonna pass on. They're a little too explosive. But I do have one last one that I'd like to share. Just because it's, I don't know. Whatever. I'll bring it in. But essentially, we hear a lot nowadays about climate change. Okay. And I was talking to somebody the other day about climate.
Well, before we show your segment, Adam, which is a great segment. I know where you're going. Impressive. First thoughts on climate change. Let's hear it from you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll get this loaded. I'll get this loaded up. There we go.
Yep.
I got it loaded up. We're loaded. Impressive.
I feel like the climate has always been changing, whether humans were here or not. And I think our focus should be on other things.
Fair enough. Do you think with climate change that what do you think it affects? What does climate change affect? Is it detrimental? Probably not. I mean, you're saying probably not.
Probably not. I think humans have been through worse and survived.
Okay, fair enough. So, Adam, I'll let you take this one away.
I
like this one a lot.
So, I mean, we have a lot of climate change stuff, and a lot of people are very passionate about it because it's been in our schooling and our educational system for a really long time. It's been part of our culture that we've heard. It used to be. And so when I asked my dad about this a long time ago, and he grew up in the 60s, 70s, and I said, Dad, what do you think about climate change? And he's like, well, back in the 70s, they were talking about global freezing. And then for some reason, they flipped it to global warming, right? And then it was about the ozone layer, right? And it was always our politicians putting this stuff in our school system and hyping it up. And I think at the heart of it, this is what they use a lot. At the heart of it is reaching to your core emotion of, you don't want the world to go bad, do you? Right? And they always use that emotional spin on things of, you don't want the birds to die. You don't want the fish to die. You don't want your children to miss out on a beautiful country, right? So they always use this stuff to push you into saying, all right, you're right. It's kind of like the guy at the Jewish temple, right? Think about the children, the kids. Come on.
8 of them.
Oh, the solution to the problem with the children and the money is money. We need more schmeckles, right? We need more shekels.
Don't you want peace?
Don't you want peace? Oh, come on. You don't want the love from God? God won't love you unless you don't give me money.
No more ice cream.
Right. So there's a lot of, so they hit people's emotions, so that way anytime these topics come up, they're very passionate about it, and it's really hard to be like, well, here's my alternative thought on it, right? But it's like that where they've been pushing it for a long time, and then Al Gore came out with that movie back in 2007 or whatever it was, where he got a Nobel Prize and 2 Academy Awards, right, for pushing this. All right, but then you can go back, and according to their hypothesis that our greenhouse gases is creating such an effect on our climate that all of our ice caps are melting, and therefore all of our sea levels are going to rise because of this global warming. And that's why they had to change it from warming to climate change, so they can't get caught with their pants down when we realize the globe isn't on fire anymore, right? Or like they claim it was going to be. So according to their theory for climate, global warming, then all of our shoreline areas should be underwater by at least a few meters over the last 100 years, according to our effect on the greenhouse gases. But here's the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge from the 1940s, the 1950s, the 1960s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, all the way to today. It looks the fucking same.
The same thing. Yep.
It looks the same, right? Right? Where this building should be underwater, the fucking this whole thing should be covered up, but it looks identical to the way it did when it was built and finally erected in the 40s, right? I think it was like 1937.
That's a really good take. Now, I'd say there could be arguments, dam systems and other water systems that could help prevent that from rising in that specific area or that specific channel.
It's all over the world. It's the same exact thing. Go to Sydney, Australia, go to London, England. All these places should be underwater according to their theories. The reality is the thing that has the greatest impact on our temperature and the planet is our sun. And the greatest evidence for that is when during the day, when the sun's out, it's nice and warm and sunny. And then when the sun is gone, due to it being on the other side of the earth, and now it's nighttime, the temperatures drop. And there's a huge temperature change between when the sun is there and active and the sun is not there and is now being inactive, right? So the same goes with the sun's solar radiation cycles. It has greater and lesser radiation cycles that it goes through. And you should look at when the humans were on the planet and, are nowadays humans versus, the thousands and thousands of years that humans weren't on the planet, the cycle of temperature, right? It goes through ups and downs, right, of temperature. But right now our people in power are using that to try and squeeze more money out of you and trying to be able to pass more laws and legislations for you to abide by. Like everybody in California, every new home has to put solar on the roof because of climate change. Because of carbon emissions. They're trying to get rid of all the gas cars because of climate change. It's illegal to have to get generators in California because of climate change, because of gas. It's illegal to get they're trying to get rid of they're trying to convert everybody by the year 2030 something to electric vehicles because of climate change. So they do these things. They force this shit on you.
Yep.
Because you agreed to it, because of they got you. They got you with the emotion. What about the kids? What about the fish? Come on. We need you to give us more money. And by the way, your life is going to be more difficult in the meantime, right? Because now you have to follow these fucking rules. Anyways, that's me on my soapbox. Sorry.
That's great. That's great.
And once again, like Brian says, I'm no climate change expert. I'm just using that as an example for people to see like a real world example of, like what you can go look at your fucking self.
Great take, honestly. Great take.
That was my last thing. But anyways, all right. This is why we need video of the people. You can just see how bored Dex. Shut the fuck up, Brian. Shut up. Really, like, and so climate change and the
dude, I'm 100% with the backing everything you said, man. Like,
same.
Yeah, I mean, they put it right in front of your face as a disguise, and they stir up your emotions to get what they want. That's it. You nailed it.
I agree.
Couldn't have said it better.
Also, I do think your Dex had a hot take on Jake Paul, or was it Logan Paul wanting to join the UFC?
I could definitely talk about that one. I fucking, dude, this fucking kid, man. Give me a fucking break. If he's not more entitled than anyone on the fucking planet, I don't know who is. Logan Paul, dude, he was interviewed with Triple H, who I now believe is basically the new Vince McMahon, right? whatever fucking dude's name is.
It's WWE. It's literally has
Yeah.
E in their name. It's entertainment, right? Kind of like our
Right,
show.
right.
Gosh.
Well, he's interviewing him on his Impulsive or whatever the fuck his podcast is.
Impulsive.
And
Harry Impulsive.
Yeah, where they advertise Prime, but they drink water in the background and shit because they know it's a fucking biochemical. But they're interviewing Triple H, and like he's like him and Mongoloid Mike are like sitting there trying to throw Triple H these softballs to try to get him to be like, yeah, Logan Paul can fight in the UFC, you know? And Triple H is just like, yeah, I mean, there's like one guy because WWE and UFC have merged. So you know,
wait,
they're
really?
asking,
Is that real? Impressive.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just so future business can go easy. Like if Colby Covington ever wanted to do a WWE skit or whatever, he can just
right.
go do that.
Yeah.
Whoa,
So
that's
basically,
wild. Okay.
they're talking about WWE fighters that would be able to convert to UFC, and they're trying to basically you could tell they're trying to lob a softball to Triple H to say Logan Paul's name as he would be the one. But he mentioned this guy, I think something Gabe. He's a wrestler. He has good wrestling background, and he was like, even if he goes over to UFC, I mean, these guys from the UFC, they, you know, different caliber. And Logan Paul's like, send me. Just the fucking delusion this guy has to think that he could step and then his best friend, his dick pulling best friend Mongoloid Mike's like, yeah, I think you could probably take Conor McGregor if like he's like it was on a binge for like the past week. And I'm like, bro, Conor could be fucking walk in there drunk and whoop this dude's ass, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought it was fucking crazy. I thought I just these people are fucking delusional, man.
No, well, I mean the skill set to be because there's other fighting, like there's K1, there's Pride, there's other like MMA style. There are MMA style like federations out there, and UFC is hands down universally known as the best. So the caliber of individual that gets to be successful in that realm is leaps and bounds beyond the average decent fighter, right? It's kind of like talking about top 10 NFL people or, you know, top 100 NFL players versus the college players, right? Or UFL players or Canadian football player. They're totally different caliber. They're the absolute best in the planet are playing there, right? Just like the UFC, these people are the absolute. So if he thinks he's dumb enough to think that his, you know, decent fighting curriculum, yeah, he'll get snuffed out, dude. He'll get eliminated.
Bro, I mean, I hope he does it. I'll watch it. I'll buy it, but it'll be the last contract he gets.
But that's what he wants, though.
That
right?
dude's gonna get fucking destroyed, dude. And this is another thing. KSI, the other, he's another
influencer. What were you gonna say? Wait, what were you saying?
I think he has an IQ of 8.
Wait, is he, that's right. Didn't he come out recently as gay, right? Or was that a joke? I can't remember.
That's probably a joke. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure he drinks Prime. He's like co-owner, so probably gay. Yeah. He's like claiming that he could beat like Canelo and Conor in a boxing fight and stuff, and I'm like dude, these people, like, if they lived life 1,000 times again, they would never be in the position they're in now. You know what I mean? If it could re-happen 1,000 more times, they would never get this because they're retarded. Like, they got blessed to be where they are today, and they just think that they are like God's warriors or something. I don't know, man. It blows my mind, dude.
What do you think, Impressive?
What are we talking about?
The influence fighting.
Oh, it's like it's all fake. It's a show.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah,
I mean,
it makes sense. Because it's the
Of
illusion.
course it is, because that's what Logan Paul, and Jake Paul, their whole branding is all about, marketing and entertainment, right? So just like the reason why they haven't been
Just like this show's all purely entertainment.
Yeah, just exactly. We're not experts. We're telling you that right up front, all right? If you take our word for it, it's on you. So,
Shit.
year 2, impressive. Look at the chat, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Holy, year 2, I'm coming in with a hot take. Bro, we've just been getting ripped all day by the chat. You guys are fucking awesome. Love it, man.
I like our chat. We have the best fan base.
Dude, you guys are fucking awesome, dude. Killing it today. Love it. But yeah, it's
we can move on to
we can move on. Yeah, it's just entertainment. You know what I mean? Like him fighting Mike Tyson. You think that's legit? Mike Tyson knows he's gonna get paid, bro. He's 50 years old. He knows he's gonna make some money, and that's why he's doing it.
They haven't even announced is it an exhibition or a real pro fight.
None of it's sanctioned, bro. It's all exhibition.
Yeah.
Like him, like whatever.
There's no real winner, even if you win.
Bingo. That's.
I mean, I still think Mike Tyson comes out in a walker, whoops his ass.
If it was real, I think so. I think Mike Tyson for sure whoops him up, but he might take an L just to get paid. You know what I mean? Like, what does he give a shit? It's not on his record.
Right.
Yeah, welcome to the chat, by the way. Welcome to the welcome. You're welcome, year 2. Thank you for the hot take. All right, I think the last topic that was coming through. So a little bit of our background. Dex and I and Impressive, we came from a game called Hunt Showdown. It was like where we all really originally met. And so there's a little place in our heart for Hunt Showdown, right? So any type of Hunt Showdown news that comes up, we'll chime in. We'll give it a little tickle.
A great game.
It's a good game, man. Honestly, at its core, I put thousands of hours into that game because it is a good game. But and I'm not trying to. We're not paid sponsors. I hate the game now. All right, so fuck you guys. But so recently Summit 1G, he's like one of the most popular Twitch streamers in the planet, started streaming him playing
Counter-Strike Pro as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. He started streaming Hunt Showdown at begrudgingly, because his friends he played the game like 3 times before. Every time he quits because he's like,
he doesn't like it. Yeah.
It's got issues and I just don't like the game, right? So his friends finally talked him into it again. They're like, yeah, play the game plan. And he like begrudgingly plays the game. So he plays it for a few days and the whole time just bitches about the game and his bad experience that he has and how stupid it is and da-da-da-da. So another Hunt streamer who's popular, who streams on another game that we've been playing, starts chiming in and gives his take on Summit 1G playing. And he's like, this guy is bitching because he's just not good at the game. And that's what the guy was saying, and that's quite the contrary. Summit 1G is a phenomenal FPS player, and it's like he is good at the 1v1 scenarios in any FPS game. It's just he doesn't know, because he doesn't play the game enough. He doesn't have thousands of hours in the game. Of course, he's not going to be as seasoned as somebody who knows where to sit in a corner with a shotgun, right? So he goes on this whole long 30-minute video like saying why Summit shouldn't have been bitching. But the big thing is Summit started just like raging on he started like didn't he? I think he banned a few people. But he was like he was literally just raging on his own, turning on his own viewers because he hated the game so much. So
but no, I think overall his name is Spud Hunter, dude who made the video. I think Spud Hunter video is absolutely phenomenal. I think he did a great job. I think what he touched on that I liked the most was that Hunt is a niche game. Dude, I put thousands of hours into Hunt, legitimately grinding all the time, was on leaderboards. Adam, I think, as well, is on leaderboards. Impressive on leaderboards. So we kind of know what we're talking about with the Hunt Showdown. Everything about it, the game, the community, everything. Summit, he just didn't take the time to figure it out. It's a niche ass game. There's a lot of shit going on that people don't realize. It's not just get in there and shoot somebody. It takes sometimes 20 minutes to get in a fight with somebody. The fight might go into a Mexican standoff where you're not doing nothing, and then it's just there's different ways to play it. And I just think Summit's not wrong for tripping out. I think there's a lot of things that are different than other FPSs but I don't think he's wrong. As like the game is clunky, the servers are shit. Either way, he just needs to get better, because the game is really good. He just needs to get better at the game. He's not of that caliber that these other Hunt players are. It's that simple.
We got somebody in the chat, you two, saying are calling into question the legitimacy of these hours.
Legitimate hours? Yeah, I put like probably 4K hours into Hunt. Maybe not quite 4K, but close to 4K. Yeah, legitimate hours.
Hunt hacks. There's Brian coming in, kind of like he's comparing you to OJ Simpson. If I did Hunt hacking, he's coming out with a book. Here's how I would have done it.
No, that guy's my main. It's still up. It's still on leaderboards. Everything. It's like 3. I think it has like 3 point something K. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. You can still pull it up on Steam. I'm still on leaderboards.
Bro, but they got rid of the leaderboard, right? Didn't they? Or did they ever bring it back?
No, you can still see it on Steam.
Oh, for real?
Pull it up. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was like top
12 accounts, dude. Try like hundreds, bro. But yeah, the one main one is still there, bro.
11 are hardware banned.
I don't think accounts get hardware banned, brother.
Yeah, I don't think Hunt knows how to or cares to even hardware ban people. I think
like literally, I think hardware bans are your hardware of your PC, not an account, right?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, but also speaking of that game, like I think they're just trying to. That company that makes that game, I think they're hoping they'll come out with some other product that's going to be better for them. Like they failed to realize that Hunt is what's keeping them alive and their lights on, and so they're not putting the attention that they need to. I think that they need to put in the game. Like they've been aware for years that their servers are bad and they're running on like. But anyways, whatever. This is all niche stuff, so we can talk about it.
But yeah. No, the final conclusion is Summit. If someone wants to play Hunt Showdown, he's got to get better. Yeah, I mean, that's that simple. He's not the caliber level to
It'd be like asking somebody who doesn't play League of Legends to hop in and expect them to do good about it and not be frustrated.
But his expectations of a first-person shooter is like a CS or which I've seen him play DayZ, which is a very niche game. So I don't know why he bitches about Hunt Showdown so much.
Hasn't he played Rust too? Right? Like
yeah, and I think he really enjoyed Rust, and Rust, that's my number one game with the most hours. I can say that is a very niche game too. Different, but he really enjoyed Rust when I watched him play it. So I don't know, it's weird. But I think Spud Hunter is a passive little hoe because he claims he's not bashing Summit and then goes right on to bash it. But that's beside the fact. I fought with Summit.
Brian just reminded me, and I forgot about that, dude. That there's a little button up here because Jake told me about this last week where I can show people who have a camera or not right now.
But then do you have room to pull up the clips?
Yeah. We do. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other more topics to yak about right now, and we're at the two. Nah, we're not, dude. Those are. This isn't Twitch, bro. All right, this is a pod. Okay, this is going up. I'm not doing some Cree karaoke. Okay, that's impossible. I wouldn't even do. Yeah, well, I just heard the news today. Seems my life is gonna change with arms wide open. Fuck you guys for redeeming shit. I don't even have this stuff anymore, bro. Why do I even have these redeems? I need to get rid of these. These are gone. These are gone. That's for my. I left that life behind me. Okay, it's gone. It's in the past. This is a new me. I'm trans Adam. Okay, I changed. I'm what is it? I'm transmedia now. Bro, look at all these redeems coming to the chat. Where are you guys getting all this money? Where are you getting all these redeem points from? You acting like you've been sitting here watching my shit for hours. This is all fake news, ladies and gentlemen. These are fake points. These are fraudulent points. Bro, how many Chrome cams? I don't even have that stuff set up anymore. It don't work that way. Yeah, I identify as Corey Feldman. Who did he say diddled him? It was some guy from some movie. I don't remember, man. But whatever.
No, man, sad. Impressive. We thank you for coming on and being the expert that you've been.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
Tons of input, man.
Nah, I didn't. Thank you, impressive. It was awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming out the show. And thank you, Jake. Sorry. Thank you, people, for contributing stuff for us to review for the podcast. If you guys want to contribute stuff, just reach out to us on Discord. If you'd like to be we're taking applications for if people would like to be on the podcast. Hit me up on Discord as well. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. We don't really have much else to talk about for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll be doing this again next Sunday. Once we start getting enough going, we'll probably do this more throughout the week. We'll probably do like twice a week at some point. But right now, this is what we got. And thank you all for joining and hanging out and being part of the community. And eventually, we'll get some stuff up on YouTube if you guys want to. I'll make this podcast, rewatchable on Twitch, so you guys can check it out if you want to share it with people. But eventually, we'll put this stuff up on YouTube as well.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for chilling. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Take it sleazy.